I can still hand wind everything, and there is a little something to be said. Some don't hear it, but I do notice the difference between a CNC wound pickup and a hand wound pickup. There's just a different dynamic to it.
How long does it take to make like a good set? What are you talking?
Well, I think probably people would want to hear me say it takes hours, but the process is once basically it's like cooking. Once you know what ingredients you need to have to make that dish the best it can be, that's where the work went into it. Now, as far as spinning, say, a Strat pickup, it takes you about 5 minutes to put together the flat work, dip it, get it dried up and lacquer. Actual winding of the pickup is about less than 6 minutes. I mean, it doesn't take that long. Then you just solder on some leads and you pot it, you know. But the number of hours and failed attempts and it trying to perfect that sound, and I'm admitted, I'm still working on some of my current models to say, what if I did this to them, you know? And the gaussing of the magnets is huge. You can literally change a pickup just by the way you gauss the magnets. So I did a lot of research in old Strats and Tellys and stuff, and did Gauss measurements on the old magnets. And honestly, the ones that sounded the best were ones that kept their charge, despite what people think.
Interesting. That's
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
and then using a little bit more non-traditional, like I like using Alnico 2 magnets in my signature set because it's a weaker magnet. It's got a nice butteriness to it until you hit that note hard, and then it kind of explodes. And the height, because it is a weak magnet, you can get it real close to the strings, or you can back it off. It's just so many different things you can do with it. But people are creatures of habit. They see Alnico 2 and they're like, oh. I'm like, judge it by, what's inside, not the cover, because they're really very cool pickups and they're very dynamic and they're very useful. Really better as a flat pole set. So that's one thing about them.
I find the parallel between us players looking for tone and pedals. For example, I'm an ambient player, so I'm always buying and trying new ambient pedals. But I find the parallel to guitar makers getting hooked into like making, pickups and finding the right magnetisms in the strings and overwound or not overwound. So I find it seems like you guys end up getting into that same kind of thing where you just start getting sucked into it, a rabbit trail. You just keep trying them, and it seems like it'll never end, right?
It never ends. It doesn't. And the day that it ends, again, like I said earlier, that's the day you walk away,
Right.
because you lose the passion for it. And that's kind of what then transpired into the amplifiers, was that fact of